myself bigger. There we go. Hey, oh, that actually works pretty well. All right, so we're live, and welcome to this streaming where we're going to be doing a look at. Oh, it's going to rotate. Apparently, when I rotate it, but yeah, we have here the SeeStar S50 on my iPad, and we're going to be looking at it, some birds and stuff because. Well, we just went out and fed a bunch of bird feeders. So right now, we're looking at some snow, and we're going to find that bird feeder, and we're going to hopefully. I'm gonna switch to slow. I should be pretty close to where it is. You can see the birds flying by it, so it's somewhere over here. And I probably should have found it before I started the stream, but I wanted to show how easy this was, or difficult, because it's just a scope. It's sitting outside. That's my trailer. Maybe down a bit. Oh, no, there's a bird. It was flying this way. I was just following the birds here, and then we'll hopefully find the bird feeder with all the birds somewhere around here. I have a general idea of what I'm looking at. I know they're out there because I looked out the window, and we're just going to basically see if we can find these birds. And yeah, do this. Now, with the telescope, it's a little difficult because you can't see it where it's actually located. And I may be going past it. I don't know. Well, let's follow. Oh, there we go. That is promising. That, actually, you know what? Let's go to the bottom first. I know there's some birds at the bottom. That's the pole. And we're going to autofocus here and see if we can find some birds. So, is it going to autofocus perfectly? Ding. That actually is pretty good. Oh, no, it kind of missed. Can I change the autofocus? No, I got to probably tell it to do it again. Okay. So we're going to see if we can get it to actually focus here and stick. That I'm good. Okay, there we go. So second time's a charm. So this is the bottom of the bird feeder, and usually there's some birds around here. So we're just going to see if we can find some. I do know there's a bunch out here. Just if there's any on the ground, we'll grab those first. You can see it is somewhat snowing out there. No, okay, let's go up to see what the bird feeder actually looks like. Maybe they're up on the bird feeder. As we're gonna go here, I should probably have found some birds before starting this live stream. Apologies for that. But yeah, no, we're basically just trying to figure out where the bird feeders are. There they are. All right, so we got two bird feeders here, side by side, and hopefully we will see some birds land on them. Oh, there's one. Aha. And that is, I believe, a female cardinal hiding behind that bird feeder there. So we're going to hit autofocus again, which I'm going to say is right there, so that we get perfect focus on the bird feeder. We can see that we're going to have birds floating around on it. Now, this camera is a significant distance away from the bird feeder, but it is a telescope, like a high magnification telescope. So I can't actually have it any farther away from these bird feeders because it's up against the house right now. So let's see if we can get it to focus and be happy. There we go. That's pretty good. And then we're just going to tweak it over a little bit here so we can see our bird behind the bird feeder. Is it going to rotate around? Is it going to come around? That's always the thing. The birds will always be on the far side of the bird feeder when you want them to be on the near side. But there we go. We have it. It's working. Let me know how in the comments the sound is good, etc. I do have this as a live stream because I wanted to show this basically because I because I have it where I'm on my iPad and I have this whole streaming setup, which is really nice. I decided to do it this way and do it as a live stream so I could answer some questions people had. I could show you what's going on, and you can sort of see for yourself that, yeah, this is how easy it is to work. As you can see, I looked out the window. I know what my backyard looks like, so I was able to find it. But there's a bunch of birds out there right now. They're around a couple spots, but finding the bird feeders is probably the best way to figure out where the birds are going to be. And then the bird's going to sit on the bird feeder for the better part of forever, but on the wrong side, so we can't see its lovely plumage. But this is how it works. Now, you can take a photo, and it'll take a photo. You can switch to video, and I can take a video of this, and it'll basically be videotaping what you're seeing right now in the screen, obviously without all the overlay. And it'll work pretty well. It is kind of cold outside. I had this running for about half an hour before we actually got the stream going, just to make sure I got everything working. And it's about 7% of the battery power. So when it's running like this, it might be using up a little bit more. But obviously, if I wanted to, I could. Oh, there we go. We saw the head for a second. I could set it up where we have it plugged into the mains. So if I was to go to, say, another bird feeder, and I would plug the USB-C cable into a converter, plug that right into the wall, and then I could run this, indefinitely without any issues. Now, as you know, it is snowing outside. The SeeStar does have, I don't want to say waterproofing, but weatherproofing, because you do use it outside. There is dew that comes and lands on it, etc. So it can handle a little bit of moisture as long as it's not like raining. And yeah, it works pretty well. And we see here that our bird has flown away and it's flying out. So let's see if we can find some other birds. We may come back to this bird feeder a little bit later. Let me just take a second and peek out the window. Where are the birds right now? Oh, they're over there. Okay. They're surprisingly leaving the bird feeders alone because there's other food for them to get. So we're going to stop the video here, and we're going to start our amazingly slow pan. But this is good because, again, the fast pan is very fast. And we're going to go and see what we can find on the ground. And it'll do a couple little jumps and stuff. I don't know why it does it, but it does. As we go along the ground here and make our way towards any bird that I can see here. Any bird. I'm following the trail in the snow. The trail's in the snow. Oh, there's a. Oh, nope, nope. We're gonna find one. So we're following the trails in the snow because that's where people obviously walk through the snow to leave seeds and stuff. So that's where the birds will be found. That's my logic, and I'm sticking with it. Come on here, birdie, 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 birdie. There we go. See, you just have to call them. You have to call them, and they will appear. And what do we got over here? We got a bunch of birds. There we go. So focus again. It's probably going to focus on that chunk of snow. And we have a bunch of birds here that are, we're going to go like this. I don't mind overexposing the snow, but I want the birds to be properly exposed. I don't care if I white out the snow a bit. There we go. And you know what? Tell it to autofocus on the bottom of the tree stump because that's probably closer to where the birds are, as this giant mourning dove drops right in. So we got some mourning doves, we got some blue jays, we got more mourning doves, and they're like, here's our bums. Thank you, mourning doves. And we can see here that they are all over the place. So let's just see if we can sneak around here. Oh, wow, we got a lot of mourning doves. All right. And I think that, yeah, a little bit overexposed, even for underexposing the birds. All right. I think you literally have to. So with the telescope, you actually have to literally aim at the bird. There's not a lot of wiggle room on this focus being in and out of focus. So hopefully the birds are going to stay there, and it will somehow magically focus on the birds. Is it going to do it? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now this is a no. It did it. It did it. It good. Okay, so this is a telescope. So the autofocus isn't super fast because it doesn't normally need to be. It's usually focusing on stars, the moons, planets, things that don't have to move. So it's not going to have as fast autofocus as a telephoto lens would have. But as you can see here, once you got it in focus, the quality is really good. And we're going to grab some nice photos of these birds as they pop their head up from their clearly feasting and little moons. There you go. There's some bird bum. There's some bird bum for you. All right, let's see if we can get one where he's not doing that because I want a nice photo. I am doing a full review on the SeeStar S50, which is what we're using right now to take this image. And if I click over here, there you go. You can see it over the right side, and I'm now small. So we're just watching the birds eating the seeds on the ground. And now I'm going to look out the window while we're doing that. See exactly where am I compared to where I could be. All right, I can actually go down and we can get some blue jays. So let's do that because I like, oh, there's a good picture. Okay. And it'll flash like that when I take a picture. And obviously if you're doing video, but I don't want to take a video of a bunch of bums. All right, so we're going to go down a little bit because there is just below these guys, somewhere around here. Come on. I have to focus a bit here. There's a stump with seeds on it, and that stump with seeds actually has a couple blue jays and stuff on there. So I'm hoping to find it. I'm hoping it's not too close because the minimal focus distance for this telescope is it's not close. Let's just put it that way. So they may actually be too close, but we can sort of see what we're doing. I think it's still trying to focus. Yeah, when you're autofocusing, you can't tell it to move or anything like that. It literally will stay in one spot. So let's go to fast and see if we can ring around a little bit. There's a bit of parallax compared to me as we go through here. Oh, now I'm looking at a tree. More trees. And this is what I wanted to show. This works really well once you find the birds, but without another camera or something to tell you where you're actually pointing, it's a little difficult to use. Oh, there's actually we're looking at a bird. So we're going to see if it's going to focus on the bird, and I really need to not focus on that little square. But we'll have some birds flying through here as they fly back and forth. So where we got? We got birds over here. I'm assuming that's a bird. Yep. And this is a staging branch. So is it going to do it? It's going to do it. It's going to do it. Yes, there we go. What do we have over here? It's probably a bunting. Yeah, it looks like a bunting. There we go. And then it's going to pull back. There we go. We're going to go here. We're going to go slow. And we're going to just move up here a little bit. There's two. We're going to grab a quick photo because photos are good. And I want right on this guy. He seems to be standing still. So let's get a slightly better focus on him now that he's sort of center lined and see what we can do. Now, this is what it's like to be imaging. We can switch to video and we do a video. We can do a time lapse now. The only issue with the time lapse with birds and branches when it's windy like this is everything's just going to shake like crazy in a time lapse. So, you know, we're not going to necessarily do that. And we're going to pop back over here to see. Actually, does this show you a bigger? It does show you a bigger image like this. There. And then I'm just small. What if I do that? Oh, okay. So it would be nice if I could do, and I'm just making a giant change here while we're live because that's what you're supposed to do in software. Right? There you go. And I'm going to grab myself, but I'm going to move myself over here. There we go. And hit save. Custom layout. Sure, whatever. I'm going to save that. And custom layout. Boom. There you go. So now we have it where it's full screen. I'm full screen. Isn't that great? I'm probably even out of focus. Let's see. No, I'm in focus. So yeah, so we're sitting here and we're now looking at these bushes where there's some birds flying through because the birds that we were imaging have moved off. And we just need to go and figure out, oh, there you go. Excuse me. Oh, there's another one. Now, why is it jumping around like this? I'm not 100% sure. There might be software in here that kind of tries to track stuff. But the issue here is that with everything moving, it's not going to track very well. I don't know if there's a way of turning off the tracking. Maybe if I go to telephoto. Anyway, so it's there. So there's a lot of birds that we have that we can find and image. And I'm going to see what else we got here. Because let's try back at the... I'm just going to, again, quickly look outside. What do we got here? There's birds at the bigger bird feeder now. All right, let's give it a shot. Are we still? Yeah. Yeah, so that's still there. Okay. So we can try to move this and see what we can do. If we can find our, I'm going to put the focus thing here. And we're going to go and see where we are. I should have probably tried to figure out where it was in the first place. There's a lot of, oh, there's another one. Yeah, these guys are all over the place. They're little like black-eyed juncos or something like that. One of the things I'm going to be doing on this channel is a lot more birding and bird identification. It's something I enjoy doing, but up until this point, I've not really shared that bit of the hobby. I've been doing a lot of photo astrophotography stuff. And yeah, so I'm going to do that I'm gonna go fast. Let's see if fast can go here. Yeah, see, fast is fast. There's no need. If they're watching, a medium speed might be good, particularly when I'm doing this. So these are, by the way, fruit trees that we're looking at. I think, and we are. How are we doing here? Yeah, I got it on a couple screens. Okay, so that's the barn. All right, we're just gonna keep going here. Yeah, we got to go past the trees. Oh, there's a little guy right there. Is he gonna stay? Nope. Oh, there's the post. Okay, focus on this. Probably focus on him. And you might be hearing some of my dogs barking in the background. Sorry, they do woof occasionally, especially if there's a bird that comes really close. Oh, there's a new one. There's a different type of bird. I have not seen one of those recently. There we go. Let's see if we can get him in. No, he moved. All right. So yeah, focusing is a little bit of a trick on this guy to get the focus. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna go this way. No, you know what? We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go back to doing. Whoa, that was fast. Yeah, see, fast is really fast, and it's a little too fast sometimes. Like it does matter on how much you move it, how fast it goes. So it's not bad. It's just you have to be very, very gentle because it does have a tendency to jump. It does have a tendency to just there we go. We're gonna go slow, and we're gonna go back up here and see if we got anything on the bird feeder, and particularly we got anything on this bird feeder. There we go. That's what we wanted. That's the money shot. No, and he flew off. Now it's gonna focus on the background. Oh no, it's gonna focus. Nope, it's gonna focus on the background. It's gonna focus on the foreground. Which one will it be? Oh my goodness. Yeah. And if anybody wants to, let me know what you think, or just say, "Hey, wow, I'm watching." I am streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter X. So I'm interested to see if it actually is working and how it's going as my dogs continue to bark in the background. They're fine, by the way. There's just probably one of the birds landed near the window, or a squirrel, or a bird, or a squirrel. Yeah, they love barking at squirrels and birds. And given that we just basically put a bunch of food out there, yeah, there's a lot of birds and squirrels that are running around our yard because they want the food. Because we put it out because it's winter and it's snowing. All right, so we got focus here. Probably won't adjust it too much, but we're going to try to move this so it is centered. There we go. And of course, there's a bird on the other one because that's my luck, right? No, we're just gonna go back to this red one. We're gonna go to this red one and see how it goes, and hope that a bird will land here, because we put some really nice food out here. So we have, if you're just wondering, it is black oiled sunflower seeds, and then there's this white stuff that apparently the cardinals really like, that I can't remember the name, but it's similar to like saffron, but not saffron because saffron's crazy expensive. It's like not sunflower, but like saffat flour. So I think that's the proper terminology. So that's what we have in this bird seed thing. This is the newest, by the way, bird feeder that we have. I'll be doing a review on it and how well it works, and see how that goes, and yeah, let you guys know. But right now it's not working because there's no birds and stuff, and my dogs are barking all over the place. What are they up to? Let's try something here. There we go. That hopefully worked. Oh, okay. So they have been quieted. They're woofing at, I don't know what it was, but I had to tell them, stop woofing, please. Oh, no, they're, and now they're continuing on. Awesome. So here we are looking at this lovely bird feeder. There's no birds here, unfortunately. They are all over the place. But that's the thing with birding. Like you don't know when they're going to land. You don't know when they're going to take off. We're going to go down here. They're probably on the ground again. They seem to like to be on the ground more than the feeders themselves sometimes. Let's see. Do we have any here? Nope. All right. Let me look out the window and see if we can find you one. Where are they all? Oh, they're in the tree right beside it. All right, that's interesting. Huh. And then they're down there. All right. Put up these bird feeders, and the birds are like, no, no, we're good. So we're gonna scooch past here, and there's a bit of parallax. So give me 1 second to make sure I get this in the right spot. But we do have some blue jays and stuff out there, and that's what I'm hoping to grab. Blue jays and cardinals are like really nice ones that we have out here. Not that the other ones are bad; they're just more common and less colorful. More common and less colorful. That is what I'm gonna go with. All right, that's the bottom of the tree. All right, we're gonna go up into the tree and see what we get. Oh, there was one. There's another one. Okay, so we're gonna focus on this tree here, and then see if we can get some going on. Yeah, so the birds are around, and if you can get some really nice photos of them. And we're gonna hit the. Oh, there's another one. But getting them in target, like this is a very narrow field of view, so you kind of have to see where they're flying and then follow them because that's where they seem to want to live. Because they've gone and got seeds or something. Oh, there we go. There's one hiding. Yeah, there's snow in front of us. All right. Are we gonna get them one? Is it gonna go? Is it gonna go? Nope, nope. All right. So there's they're flying up the tree. So let's see if we can get them in the tree. It's gonna take a little bit of skill set here because we have to guess where they are landing. But the thing is, when they land, they do come back to it. We just have to find them in the tree and see this. Now, if I was doing this with a lens, obviously this is a lot faster process because I can use my eyes and the lens to find out where I am. But if you're out like this, if I go outside right now, they're all going to fly. Oh, there we go. That's where they're going. Perfect. All right. Right there. So hopefully he'll come back to this spot. And welcome to the branch channel where we're going to watch branches 24 hours a day. But he did hop up here. So we're going to see if he comes back or if we can find another one that's around. And yep, there we go. Now that's okay. We're going to focus on the front branch because he's landing on the front branch, not the back branch. So it's going to do its little focus thing here. And this is what you have to do with this telescope. It works really well when you actually have a bird land on it. I'm going to focus here. I'm trying to guess the focus on this because the birds don't land long enough to do it, but they seem to like to land right there. So there we go. All right, so now that we're in focus, we just have to wait for a bird to land. As you can see, there's a lot of blue jays flying back and forth. Just land right here, please. On that branch where I'm pointing, where they did before. So this is the size. So that's why I like doing the bird feeders, but for some reason they're on the ground, possibly because they knock the seeds off the bird feeder. They're down on the ground eating it. But you can see here that we do have birds flying through here. And ideally, we can see if we find them. But I don't want to move too much because we know they were there. You know what? I'm going to, again, look out the window and see exactly where they are compared to where I'm pointing. They are now on the feeder. Of course they are. Because they hate me. They hate me so much. Huh. Is there anywhere that they're always down? Yeah, now they're up on the trees. Yeah, so finding them, point this at the bird feeder probably is the best solution, as uninteresting as that might be. I will take a photo of this lovely branch. That's what I got. And we're going to go back to the bird feeder and we have to wait. There's a patience that I know doing as a live stream is a little bit of pain, but yeah, you just have to wait for them because trying to find out where they're going to land on a branch or something with this is not going to work very well. You do have to have a point of reference, and that point of reference for us are these bird feeders. Yay, bird feeders. And then we're going to hit that. We're going to go autofocus, and then we're going to wait and see if we get any birds. So wait and see. Oh, there we go. And that is a white-breasted nuthatch right there. Yay. And it's going to jump around a little bit, but that's okay. There he goes. And so we have some white-breasted nuthatches flying around. I'm trying to determine which bird feeder they're going to. I think they're going to the green one more than the red one, to be honest. But there we go. Okay, you know what? That's if we no, don't go down. I want to go up. Up. There you go. There we go. So that's pretty good. So yeah, so we got these little birds. We do have a bird. Yay! Big clap. They do exist. They do exist. They are real. And yeah, so we're just getting a little bit of this bird here. We're gonna grab a photo of it. It's apparently, I don't know why it keeps shifting. I'm gonna need to read up on why it does that. But we're gonna go here. We're gonna click on the bird itself. We're gonna hit focus. It's gonna improve the focus a little bit, so we get a nice clean shot of this bird. There we go. And the bird's obviously going to then turn its bum to us because that's what birds do. As we go and focus and say, is the bird still there? Looks like the bird's still there. Come on. There we go. Is it going to capture that focus? It's trying to focus really slowly. And I'm going to take a picture. And are we good? I think we're good. All right. There we are. We are good. Now we're just going to wait for the bird to turn so it's not giving us the bum shot, which I'm going to obviously record the bum shot for later prosperity as another bird lands on the bird feeder behind us. So there we go. Yeah, so there we go. So we got some birds. Now, I have somewhere around here, and I say that, and then I look and say, I don't know where it is, a bird identification guide. And these are really important because I love taking pictures of birds, and I've been to Africa to take pictures of birds, and I've had a lot of great times taking pictures of birds. I can't identify these things worth a toot. I have no idea what this is called. It's a brown bird with, like, I don't know, black and white striped wings. And it's gone. So there you go. So we did have a nuthatch. I know the nuthatches, the white nuthatches. We've had a cardinal. We've had a blue jay. We've had whatever that was. And I don't know where my identification book is, but that's okay. So we're just going to have it here. And we, again, have to wait until another bird lands on the bird feeder. They do come along. Both bird feeders have a slightly different variety of seeds in them to attract different birds to the feeder so that we can get hopefully a variety of birds. I know looking out the window that they are red. They're just on trees and they bounce around. They jump on the ground and stuff like that as well. And yeah, it's just a matter of finding them and getting them targeted. Honestly, oh, there we go. Another one back. There he is. Oh, there's a good picture. Snap that picture. Snap that picture. That's a video. Snap the picture. All right. Okay. So we got the bird. He's enjoying. What's he going for? He's going for the. It looks like the sunflower seeds. Yeah. So he's going for the sunflower seeds. That's pretty darn good. All right. So we got a little bird here, and he's happy. So I'm going to put down the iPad for a little bit here, and I'm going to just sort of talk about the. I don't know. Can I present two screens? Yeah. So I want to talk about the SeeStar S50 while this is going on, which is what we're using today. It comes in a box like this, which is like this big styrofoam box, and it's there. This is the tripod that comes with it. This works really well when there's no snow on the ground because you just want it as close to the ground as possible. However, when there's snow on the ground, particularly like today, it would go into the snow too much, and then I'd worry about something like a squirrel or something deciding to run up and step on it or something like that, or it actually sitting in the snow. Now, that is a black-eyed junco, so we're going to grab a photo of that guy right there. I'll grab another photo right there. Super, super. And he's going to hop around as he goes and eats whatever he wants. So that was actually working pretty well right now. And then we have, what else do we have here? Yeah, so the SeeStar S50, ZWO was nice enough to send it to me for about 3 months. We're into sort of month and a half, but it's the, what's it called, Chinese New Year. So I expect that they're going to want it back shortly after. I've been trying this out, and I do have a full review coming where I do a significant amount of, oh, there you go, 2 birds at once. Can we get it? There you go. We had it for like half a second, and we'll call it there. Yeah, so yeah, we'll sit here because I think we'll get both 2 in 1. So yeah, so it's a telescope. It's designed primarily as a telescope. You can use it for birding. It does work. The only problem is that you have to find the birds, and as you can see, focusing is a little bit slow, and panning's a bit slow. And that's a blue jay. There you go. We got a blue jay on there. Oh no, blue one. Blue jay's gone. Um, but it works really well for DSO, and like it'll do the moon, it'll do the sun, it'll do deep sky objects. It can do the planets. It's not the best for the planets, but if you do see it on Jupiter, if you watch my live stream from last night, you will see that you can get a couple cloud bands on Jupiter with it if you have good seeing. But again, with most of the stuff, you take a video, and then there's a lot of processing and process of elimination in order to get those sharp pictures. But again, the SeeStar S50, if I grab my other 50, this is 51 millimeters, but close enough. This is a very small aperture for planetary. When you see my other planetary videos and stuff, I'm using one that's like this. It's an 8-inch one, and most planetary imagers are using like 12 and 16 and like some really high, like big optics to be able to get that little detail on those planets. So for $500, it does a surprisingly good job. However, for if you want like really great planetary images, you do have to go and buy like a dedicated planetary system because it's just super high magnification. So in which case we would be looking at one single seed in this image, just to give you an idea of how small planets are compared to everything else out there. It's like one seed is about the size of a planet, maybe for Jupiter. And I am not kidding with that one. So so far we've seen a bunch of birds. I think this is working out pretty well. As you can see, it's a bit of a windy, snowy day out there. We're just hoping that we'll get a nice bird that land right there, and we can say, wow, look at this, it's amazing. But it does work, and I want to leave it as a bit of a live stream here. So I'm going to see if I can get this to let's see here what we got here. Yes. Oh, there we go, another bird. But yeah, so if you're doing this, it works great. And again, the advantage, we got a blue jay. We got a blue jay, and we lost a blue jay. Good. Yeah, blue jays do a lot of that. They're there for a second, they're gone. But we do have this. It works quite well. It's really good if it's cold outside, or if I'm inside and I want to observe. I have it set up where, like, for me personally, I have it on my iPad, which I can show you here. Whoops, bring it in here. So the iPad is basically just being shown in real time, and it works, and it does a good job. And I don't like doing this, but just to prove, this isn't like some random recording. If I move it over here, there you go. I go like this, it's gonna move. Okay, and then if I move it back badly while watching the wrong screen, there you go. And then we just want to go back a little bit up here. Right? There we go. So I am doing this in real time. I thought I should just show that in case somebody on the comment says, how do we know this is not a recording? It's not a recording. I'm literally doing this live. And the telescope, I'd show you the telescope outside, except for the fact that it's not visible from this angle through my window, because it's right beside the house, because it does need to connect to the house Wi-Fi in order to pull this stunt off. If you are not on the Wi-Fi, at your house, you can have it set up as it'll do its own little Wi-Fi hotspot. There we go. There's another blue jay. Perfect. Let's grab a picture of that guy like that before he flies off. Woohoo! We got one. One. But we've been doing this for about 30 minutes. We've got pictures of some mourning doves. We got a picture of a junco. We got a picture of random brown bird. I don't know what it's called. Another bird. I don't know what it's called. We may or may not have a picture of a white-breasted nuthatch. I don't know if he jumped before I will hit the button. And we got a couple blue jays and a cardinal shot. So half an hour, pointing here and me going absolutely crazy, imaging stuff. If there's another one, let's see if we get a better picture. We get a better picture? Yeah. You know what? We're going to see if he can. Oh, no, he's going to move. Dang it. They move. They move so much, and I don't want to do that because now it's out of focus. No, I hit the focus button. I was like, let's focus on this blue jay because that was a brilliant idea. So it's a little slow on the focusing and stuff like that, but it works. I'm very happy with it. It does a good job. Uh, I kind of want to focus up here, and the only reason I say that is because the birds, if they land on the red one, they'll be focused. If they land on the green one, they're a little closer than the green. So yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the best move to do that. So it works well. And then obviously there's a whole bunch of other things you can do with the SeeStar S50 while it's focusing. We'll take a quick little step here once it's finished. And it always tells you what it's doing in the top corner. So up here in there, it'll say focusing or whatever. So you always know what it's doing. So we're gonna exit for a second. So here's the control system. Here's the whole setup. We're showing you stargazing. It's showing you solar, lunar, planetary, and then what we were using was scenery. So that's what we use for that. If you're imaging, you want to use this to image flowers or things far away. You obviously can. You don't have to be using it for birding. Birding is a little bit of a tricky one because the birds are all over the place. Like other animals, you don't have a real good control as to where they are and when they are. But you can also see here that it's showing also here's the best deep sky objects for the night. Obviously, it's during the day, but at night, these are what's going to be most likely up in the sky. And I did not know the star cluster in Hercules was available last night, or I would have gone to it because that's a really good star cluster to image with this. The whirlpool is a good one too. I need to do that, but I currently have it where I've been using it on the south side sky. So I need to move it onto the north side of the house and use it on the north side. You can see here that there's a bunch of really good information, and you could check, do like some reading about astronomy and learn about astronomy. There's an annular solar eclipse that apparently happened. We do have a total solar eclipse coming soon. So if ZWO is nice enough to let me borrow it until middle of April, I'm hoping to use this to do the solar eclipse and then set it up so it'll track the sun throughout the whole solar eclipse, which it will do. I've been testing it and it does that very nicely. But we're gonna go back to scenery here and see if we suddenly have a bird. Watch there be like 800 birds, and as soon as it turns on, they all disappear. But we're here and stuff, and yeah, this is the hobby, right? Like if you've ever done this, you can't always guarantee what birds are going to show up, what birds are going to eat, where they go. And if I look out the window again, do we still have any birds, or have they left? No, we still have quite a number of birds, quite a number. All right. Yes. Yeah, there's still some blue jays, some other stuff. So okay, we're gonna try to move this around. They are over another spot of the yard, so we're gonna try moving it and see how we go. We're gonna go fast, which is kind of dangerous, but that's okay. We're gonna go fast because what's happening is those birds are knocking it on the ground, and then they're eating it on the ground. So we're gonna go. Oh, don't want to go too fast here. We got to follow the snowpack. There's one bird following the snowpack. And as I said, this is a little bit, you see it jumping a little bit. And I don't know if that's jumping because of the signal going through the Wi-Fi and everything, or if that's actually the system actually jumping. I think it's the lag. There we go. We got some birds here. What are these guys? Oh no! Tried to go too fast. Yeah. Very carefully here. There we go. All right, we're gonna focus on this guy simply because we have him and he's there, and he's gonna move out of. Don't move out of the focus circle. No, that's gonna want to focus on the. Oh, it's gonna focus on him. We're gonna see. Is it gonna focus? This is what I was saying. Focusing on birds is a little tricky because they have to be exactly where they want to be. And presto digitato. Nope. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Maybe. All right. We're gonna pop the exposure up a little bit. And then we're going to have this camera go that way. Nope. And then we'll grab a couple pictures. Yeah, there we go. And we'll grab a little video of him jumping around. Just a couple seconds here to see what we get. And he's digging, and this other friend is here. So yeah, so we can get the birds. But this works a lot better if you can see where they're going. And now they're gone. Okay. And now I want to go down from here. And I'm hoping down to the right, just down. All right, we're going to autofocus. So this is what I was saying before. The minimum throw is quite long, so we're going to see if we can get that going. If you are watching, please give a like. Feel free to leave a comment. I am trying this out on 3 streaming things, so I'm hoping that somebody's going to comment and I can see if it actually is working. I'm hoping that nobody's like commenting on this thing and I can't see the comments. What do we got here? We can do, yeah, I could do this. There you go. Hey. Yeah, so this is something I did last year with the Extra Life thing on my other channel, and I had this going and saying, "Please donate." Um, it's been a while since I've used this with all the little There's a lot of features in this streaming software. So we're stuck at looking at snow. All right, I think the thing is we're gonna go back up here. I think the other target is, oh, what do we got here? What do we have? We have a Junko. Is he going to stay in the box? Stay in the box. Go back in the box. Go in the little green box. Go in the little green box. You know you want to. That's right. Do it. Do it. Get in the box. No, it's going to hop around a little bit. All right, we'll try here. Yeah, so this is, again, see if we can get it to focus here. This might be a little too close, actually, for the telescope. We'll see if it actually does it. I don't remember what the minimum focus distance is, but it's something like 20 meters or something insane like that. It's very far away. But there are a bunch of them here. They may be too close. That snow pile off in the distance might be the closest focus I can do. So that's something to keep in mind. You have to have a pretty big backyard to do this. You don't like just set up in like a small little backyard. Like this is it's a telescope. It's a telescope first. And it works really well. But it's definitely long distance. Okay, let's see. Before we finish up, I want to see. I'm gonna check the window. What about the other direction? No, I don't see any swans. No. Okay. So this Junko is just inside the minimum focusing distance of this telescope, which the other stuff that I've been showing you today is just, it's close, but it's not quite, and it's trying to half follow that. But we're gonna go back up here to. Oh, I'm getting pretty good at this. I say that, and then I muck it up again because that's how this show's gonna go. Whoa! Oh, look at that! Look at that! I found the post right off that. All right, so we're gonna go back up here. We got, of course, all the birds are here now that I'm not looking at it. That's when all the birds show up. So we have a lot of birds here. We got 3 birds at once on the feeder, and once it's in focus, it's gonna go out of focus. Watch. Once it's in focus, all the birds are gone. This is how this is gonna work, and yeah, we're hoping this is going to work well, and it's going to then jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. All right. It's still trying to focus. Yeah, it's windy, so it's having trouble locking on because it's moving in and out of focus. Okay. So we have to give it a bit of credit for this because it is a very windy day. This really focuses well on targets that aren't moving, but like these things are swinging off the branches, and we're kind of focusing on a bird. Do we have a bird? We have a bird. Yes, we have that random little tiny bird. I don't know what the name of it is. And we're going to go here to photo mode. We're going to grab a photo, and it's still focusing, and I took a photo. All right, there we go. And then we grab a little video too of him picking out his selection of seeds as we do this and see how this is all going. And there we go. He's enjoying some seeds. So yeah, so this is the SeeStar S50. It works really well if you point it at a bird feeder and then you wait and you're patient. If you're impatient like me, which I'm usually patient, but I'm trying to show people stuff on a live stream. You can see here that, yeah, there's birds and they do come and they do eat the seeds off the bird feeder that we put out there. And they do it when I'm obviously not pointing at the bird feeder. But the minute I point at the bird feeder, they all leave. That's right. 2 seconds ago, I came here and there were like 4 birds on this thing. Now that I'm pointing at it, there is 0 birds on these feeders. That's how it works. Oh, there we go. That's a white-breasted nuthatch. We're going to grab a couple photos of that. Oh, I'm doing a video. Whoops. Okay. I forgot I was doing a video. Ah. And now it's sideways. Whoops. Sorry about that. There you go. This is a lovely little app and everything works out well with the video. But yeah, if you rotate it. Now, you can always lock the rotation on your iPad or Android device. It works really well. And yeah, it's just a matter of waiting for the birds to show up. It's a windy, snowy day. There's wind and snow going through. So far, no snow has blocked the camera, which I'm surprised at. We got a lovely male cardinal. Yes, the lovely red male cardinal. We are recording a video, so I'm just going to let him go. He's going to be slightly out of focus because he's on the back feeder. Again, this system is designed to be very specific on its focus, which allows it to take absolutely amazing photos of the night sky. And it does a pretty good job here, but you have to sort of pick which feeder you're going to point at. The red feeder, which is designed for cardinals, which, you know, currently has 0 cardinals on it, or the green feeder, which is designed for all the other birds, which now has a male and a female cardinal on it, and there's a 3rd cardinal also on it. Like, honestly, guys, I don't know what to say about you guys. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna move over here, and then we're gonna click here, and we're gonna focus, and we're gonna hope that they're gonna stay there, and we're gonna get a nice photo, because this is actually a really good photo for my thumbnails or whatever. And this is what we want to work on. It's taken us 46 minutes, but we finally have a really good combination of a male and female cardinal on the wrong uh, on the wrong. There we go. That's a nice one. So I'll grab that as a frame capture because we're taking a video right now. But you can still see there's like a bird in the background and stuff like this. This is why you buy like this type of stuff, and this is what you hope to see is like a mated pair on a bird feeder or on a branch or something like this eating food, and you can see both their heads at the same time, and they're obviously going to be on opposite sides of the bird feeder. That's how they always eat. And then a blue jay is going to come by and scare them all away. Yeah, that's typical. That's typical right there. So we're going to wait until this lovely female cardinal decides to finish eating. And I think we'll call it there. Please hit like, subscribe. If you are thinking of buying a SeeStar S50, feel free to check out my affiliate links below. I get a small little payment for each one that you buy. It doesn't cost you any more money, but yeah, it helps me and the channel and cover the internet costs of streaming from the middle of nowhere, which is not cheap. I should mention that. And particularly if I'm out and about and I'm trying to do a live stream, internet is not cheap, especially on your cell phone out here in Canada. So if you want to see more of that content, please give me like a super thanks or use my affiliate links if you decide to buy something. And as always, thank you for watching, all that great stuff. And if you have questions, blah, 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 all those things that YouTubers say, go ahead and do them. Unless it's like saying, you know, I don't know. In case YouTubers tell you to do something really bad, don't do that. Thanks for watching.